Hello, and thank you for being here. This one has been feeling a bit daunting to me, and it's been weighing on my soul, Matt, for a few months, so I thought we'd get this out in the open here and do the lead guitar for I Got Id. Now, it's long, right? It's a big, long solo, and a lot of the parts are so very similar, but just a little different to the other parts that I've been shying away from this one. But here we go. I think this is a good one I'm going to cut and review, and so here we go. All right, the first bit, you'll notice, it sounds like it's bending up to the note. So we're going to do, you have two choices here. We're going to do G string 9th fret. Now, this is a 2 becomes 1 move, and B string 6th fret, and you're going to bend the G string a half step. Just a little bit, not a whole step. That's too far, right? So it really sounds like a half step bend from the 9th fret to me rather than a whole step bend from the 8th fret. Listen to that. It just starts too low, I think. Now, your other option for that is to do the G string 10th fret and the D string 13th fret. I kind of like that one better, but you can do either one. They're the same thing. This one it feels like you get to bend it a little farther because you're using the fatter string, but then it's not as twangy like the G string. Anyways, enough on that point. Then D10, D12, hammer on. And then B11, 10, 11, 10, G12, and then pluck it again and slide down to 9. So that section goes like this. I'm going to do this one. 2, 3, 4. I missed. Okay, so just as that first part is ending, you hear an overdub, so this wasn't one take, it was several takes, because this starts chiming in right as the other one's ending. If you recall our octave chords, we're going to do an E octave chord, that is A string 7th fret and G string 9th fret, and you mute all the other strings with your pointer finger, your pointer-inger, and you go down to D. And then a D note, that's the A string 5th fret. A B note, that's the E string 7th fret. And then, interesting point, you'll notice in this solo we'll have B's. I shouldn't say that. I should say that. You have B's and you have B flats, and that is because B is the 6 of D, which is the first chord of the song. And B flat is the 1 of B flat, which is the second chord of the song. So that is why you'll have B's and B flats in this solo intermingling where normally they would not be. Anyways, here we go. So we went, whoops. And then D string, here's a B flat, D string, 8th fret, 8, 8, 8, 7, then 5, A8, A5. D string 8, 7, just like we just did. Now 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 2. And that takes care of the first solo section. You'll notice we had that D, B, and then a B flat. So it was like going creepy sounding and cool. Anyways, next part. How long have I been asleep, child? Who was that man? All right, this next part is pretty concise. Ready? We're gonna do our same bend, that we started the other part with. Now this, mind you, is bending up to an F. And that's kind of like the B flat situation. F is the minor third of D. So if we play D, we have an F sharp right here. If we play D minor, we have an F right there. So that's sort of also a creepy off-color note. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, so we do our bend. And then B11. 11, 11, 10, 11, 10. And then G12, G10, D12. Same exact thing. But now G12, G10, G12, G10, G9. Okay, so here we go. Next part. If you watched the Go video, you saw me call this move 2 becomes 1, and that's because the G string 12th fret is going to become the B string 10th fret, and it's going to make a cool noise when it does. Just like this bend we did earlier in the song. But now we're doing it here. G12, B10. You can kind of make messy noises while you do that, because this is a messy, noisy solo. Then B11, and I should say, you should be recognizing this as the D minor pentatonic scale, plus some stuff. B11 is the fourth of the relative major scale. I just threw my pick, excuse me. Of the relative major scale. So D's relative major, go up 3, boop, 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 is whatever this note is, E13, it's F, and we're looking at the note B flat. Oh, there's that B flat note we're talking again. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The major fourth is not in the minor pentatonic scale. The major fourth is the minor something. It's the minor, let's see, 2, 3, we're looking for 5, 6, 7. It's the minor 7. So, anyways, it's different relative to where you start, right? Does that make sense? Anyways, there you go. Think about that for a minute. Where were we? Okay. B11, 10, 11. Now we want this note, but we're going to use the G string to do it. So, and bend up to it. Then you stop hearing things here, but it starts with a G note, that's the 10th fret of the A string, an A note, that's the 12th fret, and then it sort of disappears. We can play, it sounds like it should be a C. It could be a C. That's the 15th fret of the A string, so it could go, or da-da-da, da-da-da. Or you could go, you could like bend up to it from the note below it. That's a cool way to go. Or that's that part. So one more time. That was nice and noisy. Cool. All right, next part. Be right back. All right, next part's pretty concise too. Start on the E string, 5th fret, that's an A. Slide up to the 10th fret, that's a D. Then the bass goes doo-doo-doo-doo, so that's not your job. Then G10 to G11. Now that is, what's 2 frets lower than G? Because we know that the 12th fret G string is a G note. So 2 frets, 1 fret lower would be F sharp or G flat, and 2 frets lower would be F. So here we have another situation where Somebody told me once that Neil Young played all the guitars on this song. Somebody confirm or deny if that's true, please. Where Neil Young or Mike McCready is playing a minor third, remember, going to a major third. Down to G5, which is a C note. So that part was... That was awful. That part was... Be right back. Correction. Correction. That F to F sharp is a octave chord. And then down to C is an octave chord. Cut. Next part. All right. E10, G12, 12, G10. Now it sounds like a hammer-on pull-off, so it has to be 7, 10, 7. Could be. It could be that. It could be D12 instead of G7. You choose. Whoops. I like that. And then back to our major fourth on the B string, 11th fret, 10, then do your little walk down, G12, G10, D12, then B11, B10, G12, G10, and this one ends on G12. So, that was terrible rhythm. That was a little better. All right, be right back. Next part. Here we have yet a third place to do 2 becomes 1. Somebody sing that song. E string 10th fret, B string 13th fret. Pluck the E string, and then do the 2 becomes 1 thing. So again, we're bending the B string 13th fret, but not the E string 10th fret. And that's all an ear thing. And then B11, there's that note again. E12, also not in the minor pentatonic, but we're bending it up to, from E to F. That's the same 2 becomes 1 thing. E string, both. And when you hear that, that's just the E string. Clear? All right, next part. Oh boy, home stretch. Now my soul can be free. Last bit. The same 2 becomes 1 thing we just left off on. B string 13th fret, E string 10th fret. Except now you're sort of starting, here's a variation. You're sort of starting with it bent and unbending it. So it's like the opposite. 1 becomes 2. Neat. Then B10, 13, 10. B13, here's where things are muddy. Here's a couple options. You can do G9 up to 10 real quick. You can do G10 up to 12 real quick. Those are 2 good options. Then B11, 10. So that was option 1. Option 2 being it might even be like a super fast trill there. Whew, too fast for me. Anyways, then E12, B11, 2 notes that shouldn't be there, neat. It's such a great solo. Back to E12, that was just once by the way, I just did it 3 times because I like it. E12, 13, 12, E10, then your 2 becomes 1. Move it up 2 frets. And then I think he just does the note we want to end on is F sharp, because that's D's 3rd. It might just be the B string 17th fret now. Bend it up, or you can continue your up 2 frets, up 2 more frets. That way's more fun, but I don't hear that in the recording. Anyways, oh my god, we did it. I think we're gonna do a softball next because my brain needs to heal. But my soul is free, so that's good. So Matt, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, thank you for being here, and bring on the requests. We'll get through them as fast as we humanly can. Have a great day. Goodbye.